asking. Hi, Ramya, Stalin. Hi, Vasundhara. Good evening. Yeah, doing good. All right, so let's jump on. What did we discuss in our last class? Yes. Sure. Okay, let's have a shootout round. Groups. So what is an IAM group? Collection of IAM users. Okay. And so if you have all the IAM users in the same team, is it recommended to give the permissions individually or create a group? Create a group. And whenever, so I can add all these IAM users to the group and I'll be giving the policy or permissions to the group level, correct? So if the IAM users, if I have added IAM users to the group, so the group level permissions will be inherited to the IAM user, correct? Okay. Their individual permissions will be lost? No. So one IAM user can be in multiple groups? Yes. How many maximum policies you can attach? 10. Okay. Whenever you created a new IAM user, do we have any kind of policies attached? No. So is it possible to create or assign keys to the group level? No. So keys are user specific. And we discussed about the policies, right? So policies are nothing but permissions. I understand. Okay. So policies are written in which language? JSON. There are two types of policies. What are those? Managed policy and inline policy. And what is managed policy? Created and managed by AWS is called managed policy. And do we have a predefined policies created by AWS already? Yes. So will AWS will give you customized policies? No. Who should create that? Customers or users should create us. So now what kind of policy that is called? Inline policy, or can we call this all customer managed policy? Okay. And what is the full form of ARN? Name only. No number, huh? Okay. And do you need to learn JSON language to write the policies? Not required. So which is the tool that it's automatically generate JSON code? Policy generator or visual editor. And then yes. What is a role? Temporary access without credentials. Temporary access without credentials. So if you take an EC2 instance, which is a Linux EC2 instance. So how do I access AWS services from Linux? So what I need to install in that Linux machine? AWS CLI. AWS CLI you need to install. So how do I authenticate AWS CLI? Using keys. Is it recommended to configure the keys on the machine? No, because the keys are stored locally inside the EC2 instance. So if it is saved, is it safe? No. So if I don't configure any keys, will you able to access AWS services? No. In that case, what we need to use? Roles we need to use. Can I attach policies to the roles? Can I attach multiple policies to a single role? Yes. One role can be attached to multiple EC2 instances. One role can be attached to multiple EC2 instances. Yes. One EC2 instance can have how many roles? Only one role. So roles can be assigned only to the EC2 instance or all AWS services? All AWS services. And then we learned about identity center or identity federation. What is that about? SSO. What is that? SSO. What is the full form of SSO? Single sign-on. So single sign-on concept is with one credentials. Can you log into multiple accounts? Yes. What are the third-party tools that supports SSO? LDAP, Okta, OAuth, so many are there. Okay. And what is this SSO called in AWS? Identity Center. What is that? Identity Center. Previously, we call it as SSO. That SSO has now changed the name as Identity Center. So in Identity Center, can we create the users and give permissions? Yes. Very good. Excellent. Okay. As usual. So let's jump on to the next topic. Okay, can you please confirm? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me well? Okay. So the next topic here is IAM tags. What is that? Tags. IAM tags. IAM tags. So to talk about the tags, guys, it's very easy. Let's say you and your partner. Partner meaning you can, friend, sure. Okay. So you and your partner, let's say going to the shopping mall, and your partner saw a nice jean, right? So you both went inside and she said that that jeans is very nice. That dress is very nice. So you both went inside. She is watching the dress. Dress is very nice. What is the first thing that you guys will go and do? What is that? Tag. Correct? So we'll go and find out the tag. What does the tag contain? Price, I'll write here. So if you take a nice jean, so you go and search for the tag. So what are the tags contain? Price 10,000 and then I don't know, you only know, right? And then brand. What brand? Puma. Okay. So basically you have all the details in the tag. So can I say tag is used for identification purpose? Agree? So if you have any, if you see any, if I come to the AWS, if you see any resource, if you need to identify a resource, how can we identify? Using tags. Using tags. Let's say, for example, I created an IAM user. I created an IAM user. I created an IAM user called Damu. Okay. So in IAM user, in my team, let's say I have 500 people. I have 500 people. That meaning 500 IAM users are there. I'm a manager. I have different departments. So When I see an IAM user called Damo, can I able to recollect who is Damo? No. So for that IAM user, there will be something called tag. So in that tag, what I can mention name is equal to Damu, and then he's from team is equal to admin team, and his email is equal to this, his phone number is this. Basically, when I see the tag, I can easily identify the resource. So in order to identify, so what we need to use? We need to use tag. So can I call this as a key value pair? So this is a key and that is a value, correct? Key is brand, Puma is value, correct? So if someone asks what is a tag, you can simply that it's a key value pair. What is it today? It's a key value pair. Tags are key value pair. Key value pair. There is a good question. What is the difference between ARN and the tag? So ARN mostly used in policies. What is that? In policies. So we need to write a JSON code, no? So how do I identify any IAM user? Can I in the policy, can I write as DIMU? No. Then I need to give the full ARN format. But here, this tag is used for identification purpose. So basically you are giving, it's like inventory, correct? So we have a resource, and if you need to know more about that resource, go and see the tag. As I said, you see a nice gene. If you need to know more about that gene, go and see the tag. Right? And then that genes in the shopping mall have a barcode. Can I call that as ARN? So if the shopkeeper want to scan it to get to know more about the design, he'll scan the barcode and he'll get all the details. So that will be identified with the barcode, correct? But rest of the details are all identification purpose. Rest of the details are identification purpose. So yes, got it? Is it clear? So tags are key value pair. So can I call it as tags are used for identification purpose? Tags are used for identification purpose. Right, Pavanveer, rightly said. And that too, yes, is identifying purpose of the resources, correct? And that too, guys, this tags is not only for IAM. Tags is not only for IAM. You have launched an EC2 instance. Don't you give the name for that EC2 instance? What is that name? Is nothing but tag. Don't you create an S3 bucket? And then for that S3 bucket, who created and all these details, can you give a tag for it? Yes. And S3 bucket also have ARN? Yes. Load balancer, you created it. Load balancer also has ARN? Yes. And for the load balancer, can I give a tag? Yes. For every resource, we'll have the tag. So IAM tag, these tags are not specific for IAM, it is for entire AWS. If you want to tag it, use the tag. Simple. Yes, correct. Bhavana, correct. So these tags are IAM specific or for entire AWS? Yes, tags are not IAM specific. It is for entire AWS services. Anything that you create, you just put a tag and then mention your details. Correct, Vishal. ARNs are auto-generated by AWS itself. But the tags will be auto-generated? No, we need to give. I'll write for you. ARNs are auto-generated by AWS. Whereas tags are provided by customer for identification purpose. So now I went and launched one EC2 instance today. This is EC2. Like this, I have 20 EC2 instances. So without name, without tagging it, without name, is it possible for me to identify that EC2 instance? No. It will be like you, all the people will there without head. How do I identify people? Right? So name is equal to, I can give some name called web server. Can I give the name as a web server? Here, can I say name is key? Name is a key, and then web server is a value. Web server is a value. Is it clear? Getting it? Very simple. It's a very simple thing. Okay. Now, I'll tell you how this tags will be useful in other scenarios. We have a habit of learning multiple things, correct? So in another scenarios, let's say, for example, I have 500 IAM users. How many IAM users are there? 500 IAM users. In these 500 IAM users, there will be so many people, no? With so many departments, correct? So can I say few people are from DevOps, few people are admins, few people are HRs, few people are security team wide. So like this, there will be so many teams, they will be there, right? So now I have asked Sharif, hey Sharif, go ahead and delete all HR IAM users. Go and delete HR IAM users. How he will do? What he'll do is, guys, how he will go is, he go to the IAM users and he see 500 IAM users are there. Out of that, how does he know which users are from HR? Using tags. So that meaning he need to, by the way, by the tags also you can identify. That meaning you need to go all for 500 users. Yes, you need to click one user and he go for the tag and see, oh, this is not HR. Second one, oh, this is not HR. Third one, he's from DevOps. No, fourth one, he's from HR. Delete. So that meaning he need to go for 500 users. So can I say that is, guys, basically, I'll tell you one small philosophy. There are two types of workers. Hard worker, smart worker. What are the two differences? What hard worker will do? What hard worker will do? He go and manually see all 500 users and delete HR users. Correct? Correct? That is the hard worker guy. Smart workers, what they do? That is not Excel sheet to put the control F. So smart worker, what he do is, he'll write some small code, small script he will write, right? Small script he will write. Can he write it from Lambda? Yes. Can he write it from Python? Yes. So he will write a small script saying that delete all IAM users where key is equal to name, value is equal to HR. This is not SQL query. I'm just giving the logic. Okay. So can he write like this and then delete? Yes. Within, if we know how to write a small script, right? He write the script and he execute it, and so within 1 minute or within few seconds, all HR people will get deleted. Correct? So, and if you want to do the automation, this tags will be helpful. There I have given key is equal to name, value is equal to HR. Without tags, can I go and identify and without tags, can I do the automation? No. Can I say tags are used for automation purpose? Certification question. Tags are used for automation purpose. So using tags, you can do the automation also. So now I have, let's say, for example, 100 EC2 instances are there. How many? 100 EC2 instances. So inside that 50 DevOps, inside that 50 DevOps EC2 instances are there, which has a name is equal to DevOps as a tag. Now, Now I have asked Sharif that, hey, go and stop all DevOps instances. Go and stop all DevOps instances. How do you know which instance is DevOps? Using tags. So can you write a Lambda function? Can you write a Python code saying that to stop all the EC2 instances where the tag is equal to key is equal to key is equal to name and value is equal to DevOps? Simple. So if you stop all these EC2 instances, will you save the cost? Yes. So can you say tags are also used for cost optimization? Yes. Tags are also used for cost optimization purpose. Okay. So, guys, for a gene that I took an example, how many tags are there? There is so tag basically how many values are you have given here? Price, size, brand. How many are there? 3 are there. Like this, for one resource, you can give 50 tags maximum. How many? Let's say I have created an IAM user here. I have created an IAM user called Akshay. I've created an IAM user called Akshay. So can I give a tag as name is equal to Akshay and team is equal to admin, email is equal to ak@gmail.com, right? And then address is equal to Hyderabad. So can I give like this maximum 50 tags? Yes, like this. How many you can give maximum? 50 tags you can give. Certification question. How many today? 50 tags. Maximum 50 tags you can per resource. So you can give maximum 50 tags per resource. Of course, no duplicate, no. 50 tags. Good. Getting it? Is this clear till here? Per resource, I'm saying, Gaurav, that can be an, guys, here I'm talking about per resource. That can be an IAM user, that can be IAM group, that can be a EC2 instance, that can be anything in AWS. Maximum you can give 50. Okay. So now, do you see these tags? What do you think? These tags are important or not? Without tags, can you manage all your resources? It's very hard, no? So I would say tags are very important, but it is optional. What is that? It is optional. And that is also a certification question. Tags are important, but tags are optional. So it is optional, but I would very recommend you guys to use the tags. But it is for, imagine you have launched 100 EC2 instances without names. Is it possible for you to identify which EC2 instance for which team and all? No, it's not. Right? So it is important. Good. So, yeah, it is for the best practice. So, guys, in entire IAM, can you tell me what are the things that we have learned? Did we learn IAM users? And we have learned about groups. Very good. Policies. These are all. So tags are very common. Tags are very common. Did we learn about federation? Even though we don't do anything there, but we learn the federation. So all these things will form the IAM service. So, should I tell you one good news? We are done with IAM. Yes? Isn't it simple? Yes or no? So, without any pain got injected. Huh? So, did we learn about IAM users? Is easy? Yes. We learned about the groups. We went in deep dive. We learned about the roles. We learned about the policies. Now, we need to do the practicals. But the thing is, should I tell you a few more advanced topics in IAM? So, of course, we aim for associate, but we need to even, as we are learning it, I have a habit of going and giving more extra. Okay, let me give some extra topics here. So, guys, in IAM users, groups, roles, policies, these are all main things. After this also, there is something called jujube things, which is something called credentials report. What is it? Credentials report. What is credentials report? Guys, credentials report meaning, let's say you have so many IAM users and your belly manager will ask, hey, tell me the details of how many IAM users are there and what are those details? Just let me know. So what he'll say, he'll just inform that, give me the details. So will you go and list down in all Excel sheet one by one, write how many IAM users are there, whether they have the MFA or not, whether they have access keys or not? Will you able to manage it with the Excel sheet manually? No. If you go to this credentials report, there will be one button, download credential report, and Excel sheet will be downloaded with all the predefined details. All 500 IAM users details will be saved into this Excel sheet and throw this Excel sheet on his face. That is credentials report. And also you can give password policies. And by the way, this is not advanced topic, normal topic. So password policies. Password policies meaning, guys, when you are creating any Gmail or Yahoo Mail or Hotmail, whichever it is, can you give a normal password, ABC 123 and all? It will not take. Why? And he will say that minimum 8 characters, one upper letter, one yoga style passwords, that I call it as yoga style password. You will have one hash mark, one ampersand, one that and this. So basically, yeah, one symbol. So here also, you can set these password policies. So if we create IAM user, no? For that, we need to provide password also, no? So you can set how many letters you can have, how many that policies you can set it. It's just matter of checkboxes. You know what happened? There was one guy in my company, I hate that guy. So he asked me to reset the IAM user. I went and reset the IAM user and password, and I have changed the policy. It's a very big, minimum 15 letters, right? In that, so 2, 3, 4, all kind of yoga style hash symbols. I made it very complex. So he died to set up the 15 letters password. So basically, you can set a strong password also there. And by the way, very important. I forgot one certification question. I didn't forget, but every IAM user will have a keys. Yes or no? Every IAM users will have their own keys. So now I have created keys for Damu. Will I keep these keys for longer period, for 1 year, 2 years? It's not recommended. The best practice is to rotate the keys every 3 months. Why? Just in case that if Damu's keys are stored somewhere or got hacked, I will be deleting and recreating the new keys. So the best practice is always to go and rotate the keys. What is that? Rotate the keys. So best practice is to rotate the password and keys also for every 3 months. Why it is only 3 months? It's not mandatory 3 months based on your company policy. Based on your company policy. That is the best practice. Okay. And there is something called Chetty Axis Advisor. What is that? Axis Advisor. What is this Axis Advisor? Axis Advisor meaning, let's say I have created a user called Ayan. I have created a user called Ayan. So I have given some permissions to him. And after 3-4 months, I got a little bit suspicious doubt on him, for example. And I want to know what kind of services that he's accessing it. I want to know what kind of services that he's accessing and when was his last access? When did he last access the services? So I'll go to this Access Advisor. I'll go to this Access Advisor and say that I open IAM user called Ayan. And when I go to Access Advisor, I can see what all the services that he has accessed and when was the last access or last used. Can I see this Access Advisor used for auditing purpose? Huh? For example, what is the name? Seshi. For example, I told Seshi, I have created a username, IAM username called Seshi, and I have given EC2 permissions. And I told that, hey, Seshi, go and launch EC2 instance tomorrow, work on it and tell me the report. Give me the report. And he came to me next day saying that, yes, sir, I have tried a lot, but it didn't work. But when I open Seshi IAM user and I go to Access Advisor, he has EC2 permissions, no? And last used, never. That meaning he didn't open the EC2 console also. So can I catch him like this? I also caught many of the people like this in my team that, they didn't even open the service. They come and say that I did that, this, but they didn't even open the console. So this is used for auditing purpose. So this is only for, and someone is asking, is it different from CloudTrail? CloudTrail is completely different. This is only for IAM purpose. No, it depends upon your permissions. If you have the permissions, you can access. So I can create a IAM user called Akshay. Can I give the permissions to IAM for him? No. If you are a manager, get access to IAM and get these details. It depends upon the permissions. So here, Access Advisor, should I write? It shows the service permissions granted to the user and when those were last used. Guys, I created a username called Seshi. In this, I will see only he has EC2 permissions and he has access yesterday at 11 o'clock. I can see only these details. But in CloudTrail, what all he has done in depth, everything I can see it in CloudTrail. But Access Advisor is just to show what is the service he has used when he was used. Simple. Is it clear, Ayan? Okay. So it is used to revise your policies to the users. So I create, so when I see any IAM user and he has any unwanted permissions, I can go and delete those unwanted permissions also using Access Advisor. Yes. Okay, ma? Similarly, we have something called Access Analyzer. What is that? Access Analyzer. What is that? Access? Tell me, what is that? Access Analyzer. Access Advisor is different. Access Advisor, what he will advise for you, what kind of permission he has when he has last used. And this one, Access Analyzer, will say, it will analyze the access for all IAM users. And it will tell this guy has this access and which has full access, which is not good. And it will analyze all the services. It will analyze all the permissions to the users, and it will give a report saying that do this, delete that, do this. It will give the findings for you. It will give the findings. Based on the findings, you take an action. I have 50 IAM users. There might be some other guy who has created an IAM user and given EC2 full permissions. Is it good to give full permissions on EC2? So if I have 500 IAM users, is it possible for me to go and see who has full permissions? No. How do I identify those things? Using access analyzer. Okay. So it is used to analyze the access for all IAM users and take actions on the findings. These are all chuma things, additional things. Huh? You no need to do anything there. If at all you want, you go and get the report. Otherwise, no need. It's not a technical task to do, just reporting purpose. Guys, now I have multiple root accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 root accounts. If I want to manage these multiple root accounts, how do I manage? Using which service? Organizations. So organizations, we have a concept called organizations. So I have different environments, prod, test to dev environments. Can I create like this? So for each and every environment, can I have one root account? Possible. You can, it's depend upon you. Either you can create accounts based on the environments, or you can create an accounts based on the business units also, correct? Like HR people, separate account. DevOps people, separate account. Security people, separate account. Like this, or else you can create a developer account separate, testing separate. Can we create a different due to some XYZ requirements? Can I get different root accounts here? Yes. So if I have the different root accounts, how do I manage all these root accounts? Using organizations only. And these are all called, okay, I'll show you that here. So this root account is for DevOps, or let's say dev environment. It's for test environment, is for pre-prod, this for prod. So I can create like this, and all these things can be accessed with the organizations. End of the day, all the billings will be done from where? Yes. So we'll be having only one main account, no? I'll be having only one account. Do you remember that account? What is that account called? Management account. Very good. What is that account? Management account. What are the child accounts called? Management account. I'll have management account is the main account, and these are all member account. And management account will, all these people will go and join this management account. Correct, Chitty? Yes. And all the billings will be happening from the management account only. It is for managing purpose. Can I control these root accounts, member account, root accounts? Using what policies? Excellent. What are those? SCPs. Remember SCPs? Yes. Using SCP, service control policies. These SCPs are nothing but IAM policies only. Good. Excellent. Is it clear till here, everyone? Okay, ma? Any questions till here? CC, everyone? Any questions? Nice. And now let's go for the one more advanced topic in IAM. Okay. I'll give you one perfect real-time scenario. Whose name should I take now? I'll take Vishal. Huh? Vishal. क्या हुआ है? Okay, this is basically Ria's AWS account, my account. Okay. Okay. Now this is my account, my AWS account. Everyone have your own AWS accounts? Like this, I also have my own account. Okay. So this is my account. Guys, every account, whenever you create an account, every account will have something called account ID. What is that? Account ID. Everyone say that AWS account ID. What is that? AWS account ID. Every AWS account will have an ID. And that will be a 12-digit number. That ID is, how much is it? 12-digit number. Chitty, is it possible for us to remember the 12-digit number? It's very hard to remember our phone numbers itself. How do we remember AWS ID 12-digit number? No. Right? So, for that reason, can I give alias name to my account? Yes. Instead of, okay, Chitty, I have my AWS account. How do I identify my account? Using ID. I have all these people, 50 people. How do I identify each and every person's account? Using ID. She has your own account. I say, Papa, give me your account. And she gives the ID. So every account is identified with the ID. So now, same way, and it is very hard to remember the 12-digit number. That's the reason why I create something called account name, or I can call it as alias. What's that? Alias. Can I, instead of remembering 12-digit account number, can I remember and can I create an alias for that? Say called Ria Cloud. I give some name to my account. Can I create like this? Yes. Ria, my nickname. Okay. Ria Cloud. Yeah. लड़की का नाम नहीं है वो. Okay. Okay. So you got the alias. What is alias? Everyone? So instead of remembering the account ID, we will just rename, we will just give an alias for my account ID. So can I call Ria Cloud is my account ID? Yes. I don't remember my account. That's the reason why I got the account ID. Okay, good. Now we have one more person. Now there is a person called Vishal. I take a person, Vishal. Vishal said, see this real-time scenario. Vishal said that, sir, I want to access your S3 buckets. I want to access S3. I want to access your account S3 buckets. What should I do in that case? Create the IAM user. You have to be very confident. What is that? Create a IAM user. Correct. I went here and then I create a IAM user. What is the IAM user called? Vishal. So for Vishal, what kind of permission should I give? S3 permissions. Good. I have given S3 permissions for it. Good. But Vishal is not in my company. Vishal is not the employee of my company. He's someone third-party guy. If it is a third-party guy, is it recommended to create an IAM user in your account? If it is not in your company? But how does he access your account? How do you access? How do you? So this one I should not create like this. So Vishal will also has its own account. Yes, this is Vishal account. Vishal AWS account. So Vishal AWS account also has an AWS account ID. Yes. Okay. So now, how do he access my AWS S3 buckets? I should not create an IAM user. And what is the other way? Roles. What is that? Roles. roles will come into picture like here. So what I do is I create a role here in my account. Can I create a role here? IAM role called Vishal role. Can I create a role called Vishal role? While creating a role, can we give permissions to the role? Tell me for Vishal, what kind of permissions? S3 permissions, I give. S3 policy, I'll attach. Good. When I created IAM role, Vishal. And now, while creating IAM role, especially for this role, it will ask to give what kind of permissions, and also it will ask to whom you want to give the permissions. Vishal. Is it possible for me to write Vishal, or how do I identify his Vishal account? Using ID. So while creating an account here, can I give account ID? Vishal account AWS. AWS account ID, guys, not your SBI or HDFC account IDs. Okay, Vishal AWS account ID. So when I create a role, it will ask, okay, what is the name of the role and what kind of permissions that you want to give and to whom you want to assign this, to whom you want to give the permissions. I give it. Once I have given like this, it will generate one URL. It will generate a URL. So should I give this URL to Vishal to access it? Yes, I'll give this URL to Vishal to access it. And Vishal will access the URL. Guys, and I can give this how much time. By default, it will be valid only for 1 hour only. If you want to increase it, you can increase it. You understood? This is one way that Vishal will be able to access. Did I create any IAM user for Vishal here? So using the roles concept, he can access my account here. And also there is another way. So every account on the top right corner, there is something called switch role. What is that? When you're signing out on the top, if you click on your IAM user, I mean, sorry, you didn't know, but when you click it, there is something called switch role. If you click, so if Vishal is clicking on the switch role, what will happen? AWS will ask, Babu, to which account name that you want to switch. What is the account name that he want to switch? To which account he want to switch? Ria Cloud. That is my account name? Yes. And AWS will ask, Babu, what is the role name that you want to switch? What is the role name that he want to switch? Vishal role. So once you click on the switch role, and then AWS will ask account name and role name, and then click on switch, and he will be automatically switching to my account. And what kind of permissions that he can, what kind of services that he can access in my account? Only SC. That is depend upon this policy that you have given here. This is the secure and best way to access your account by others. Is it clear? In this case, will you use managed policy or inline policies? Remember, is it recommended to give S3 full access? No. So you need to ask Vishal. Vishal want to access my S3 buckets. I need to ask Vishal, which S3 bucket that you are interested in? Should I give permissions for all my buckets? No. I need to specifically ask which bucket that you want. So I need to write an inline policy specifically that Vishal should have access only to that particular bucket. So always use, so don't use managed policy. Use inline policies for roles as best practice. Clear? Is it clear? Understood? Any questions? This is little bit, it's not an advanced topic. This is an additional topic for you that you can back it. So we are done with IAM. Any questions on IAM? What should we say to this topic? Switch role. Switch role. Any question? Yes, exactly. So in your Gmail accounts also, you switch to accounts, no? But you are giving you will have your own username and password. But here there is no concept of username and password. So without username and password, you are entering into it. Different between username and account name. Oh, username. When I'm talking about username, what is that username I'm talking about? IAM username. When I'm talking about account name will be only one for your root account. For your entire account name will be only one. Okay. Let's say you have a root account. What is your account name? Your AWS ID is your account name or account ID, correct? Tell me, for all your IAM users, account ID will be same as your root account or different? Huh? Same. Guys, root is parent. Child will also have same details, no? So whenever you created any IAM user inside your root account, your IAM users will also say having the same account ID of your root account, correct? Because if everything is in that account only, no? It is more secure, of course it is. Okay. Anyhow. Maximum we'll see in the lab. So you can go for one day, I think. Madhav. So one more, my humble request anyways, I have an eye all the time on the chat. Whenever you are asking any questions, so make sure you follow some little bit format, because sometimes I don't understand. You are replying to the questions, or you are replying to others. So when you're asking any questions to me, put sir, comma, and put your entire question in one line. I mean, in one form, in one sentence. Don't break it up. If you break it up, let's say you have asked some question, and after 2-3 people have replied, and after that, if you put question mark, then I see question mark. Question mark meaning he's doubting on me or what? So I don't understand. So please follow the format, sir, comma, put your entire question. And once your question got answered, please put CC, so that I understand that your question is answered. One more thing. When you're asking, not only for me, there are some etiquettes. Experienced people know this. Whenever you're writing an email, if you're writing in capital letters, what does that represent? Anger, rude. Whenever you are asking a question in capital letters, that means it's anger. So whenever you are without any salutations, you are just putting the question like that, without any question mark, comma and all, that represents careless. So all these things, as you guys are few people, most of the people are freshers, you should follow these things. So don't ask any kind of questions in inappropriate manner. So because I'm also a human being. Correct. So when you're asking it respectfully, ask sir, comma, and put the question and then question mark neatly. Okay. But still I can able to understand your question and I can answer it. Okay. Not only Madhav, everyone, I'm just giving this will be helpful tips for everyone. Sir, on tap URL, what will happen that I'm not getting processed actually? What will happen? Mishra, guys, when he click on the URL, what will happen? When Vishal click on the URL, what will happen? He will be entering into my account, correct? And access S3 buckets, simple. All right. Any other questions? Happy to help and happy to answer. And from tomorrow onwards, we will be entering into the practicals. So offline students, I'll talk. Any questions, guys, online? I mean, for me, both online, offline, both are same. Any questions? And also from tomorrow, I might forget telling you this. When I'm doing the practicals here live in front of you in the screen, please don't do parallel practicals. That meaning when I'm teaching, when I'm creating IAM users and setting up, when I'm doing a lab, don't you open parallelly the console and also tap click what I'm clicking. If you do that, you don't learn. You will be always concentrating on what to click, where to click without logic. So please don't do any parallel practicals. When you're listening to me, when you're watching when I'm doing practicals, just watch my screen. That's it. And I'll be giving you the task and you repeat the task. Okay. And also lab sessions will be there. Offline students, you can go to the lab and practice if at all. Otherwise, and also they'll take an attendance also. Please be in the lab. And also online guys, so you can practice in your laptops whenever you have time. And also online students, you have a Zoom separate lab sessions also. If at all you have any doubts, if at all you want to, you don't know how to create it, you got any doubts, anyways, I'll be there to help you. Otherwise, in afternoon sessions, I'll give you the link. You can join that and ask the questions there also. Some mentors will be there separately assigned for you, and they will also help for you, just in case if you have any questions on the practicals. Okay. Super. Is it clear, everyone? Understood? Take the screenshots. Can you share, guys? Anyone has any WhatsApp link? If you have a WhatsApp link, can you please put it in the chat? PPTs, material, the basic material I have shared in the Google Classroom. Did you check that? Okay. Google Classroom. I saw, right? I have posted few material. So maybe today when I get some, I'll post IM material also. You can go through it. And the second one. Tanuja, please check with admin. Manoj, please message him. So if you have not created an AWS account, please create it by today. From tomorrow, we'll be entering into the practicals. I'll show you how to create stuff, and whatever we have learned in IAM, we will do it. Okay. Super. Can I try with RuPay card to create an account? RuPay card also sometime works, sometime will not work. Please check, Mishra. RuPay card might be having some issue, but check it once. For recordings, you need to check with admin. Recordings will not be provided for everyone. I think you need to check with admin. Okay. All right. So can you give the final CC for today? Super. That is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the IAM practicals. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and good night.